My name is Carlos Motta and I'm coming from New York City. I'm originally born in Colombia, but I've been living in New York for the past 18 years. The works that I'm presenting at the exhibition are a group of works that I've produced in the last 2 years, titled Nefandus Trilogy, that use 3 short films that I produced as the core of the exhibition. And the idea with the work is to inquire into the way that the concept of sexuality or the category of sexuality was enacted through the process of the conquest and the colonial years in the Americas. I am in particular interested in the way that homoeroticism was enacted within pre-Hispanic cultures, and it is attested in a series of objects, sculptures, pottery and things like that that were left behind. And how we have a certain kind of inability to approach them and to understand them for what they would have signified. Because, of course, the only ways that we can approach that knowledge is through European knowledge. So I'm interested in not necessarily speaking about pre-Hispanic or indigenous cultures specifically, but more about that process, a process of interpretations, say, a process where we start to think of certain objects under the frame of morality and legality and how those things come together. There are also a series of objects in the exhibition. After people watch the films, they will encounter a series of drawings, sculptures and photographs that sort of like sketch a language of metaphor using objects, both objects that had a specific relationship within colonial times, like for instance there is a 16th century padlock that was used to tie slaves down within colonial forts. There's also a replica of Santa Maria, the boat that Columbus used to go to the Americas, and in fact is one of 3 boats, the only one that did not make it back to Europe. There are also a series of miniature replicas of these pre-Hispanic homoerotic objects. So the idea with these objects is to create a space of reflection around the question of the body, how we have come to interpret it from very specific, violent, conceptual frameworks.